Today, I'm about to share with you a life-changing awakening that will help you to become more powerful succeeding at this business. I'm about to share with you a formidable concept, a formidable revelation that will help us. So I need you to pay attention. I need you to listen attentively as I share my thoughts on this with you. Take notes. The reason you'll have to pay attention is some of the things I say, a lot of the things I say come inspirationally. So I may not be able to repeat it exactly once I pass there. If you ask me to repeat, I may not be able to repeat exactly what I had said. So if you are in a noisy place, just leave the location. If you just settle down wherever you are and listening, so that you can benefit from what I'm about to share with us today. Okay, if we are ready, say I'm ready. If you're ready, type I'm ready. If you're ready to learn, type I am ready. You're ready to learn, type I am ready. If you're ready to learn, type I am ready. I want to see you type I am ready if you're ready. Okay, if you can see my screen, let me know. And let me also know what you can see on the screen. What can you see there? What can you see there? Okay, the fight. What is the fight? What is the fight? What is the fight? Are we in a ring? Are we in a boxing ring? Let me ask us something. Have you ever wanted to make calls? Have you ever wanted to book people to attend? You have a list in front of you. You have a list you want to make calls, but somehow you don't get to make that call. You want to, but you ended up not making the calls. Have you ever made up your mind after a cell meeting that you're going to prospect this week? That this week will not be like last week. You've made up your mind this week that you must prospect, that you're going to go out this week and identify prospects to show the business. And all of a sudden, the week has passed and you have not done anything. You didn't prospect. Has it happened to anybody here? Just let me know. Has it happened to anybody? You told yourself you will prospect. Just a minute. You told yourself that this week it will not be like the previous week, that you're going to prospect this week. You made up, in fact, you even bought questionnaires. You've mapped out locations where you will go and prospect. And the next thing you realized is that it's already Friday again, and you did not prospect nobody. Has it happened to anybody here? Has it happened to you that a notice, you saw a notification being posted for a big event, and you told yourself, you see this big event, I must put 10 people in this hall. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I must put 10 people in the hall. No, 10 people must be in the hall. And the event just happened yesterday. You didn't even have one person in the hall. Has it happened to anybody here? The event just happened. It was a Sunday event. It just happened. The event just went on yesterday, and there was no single person who sat in that hall in your reservation code. Have you ever told yourself, you see these people that attended Zoom, I'm going to follow up on them tomorrow. As they are saying, okay, I'll send me something to go through, send me something to watch. And in your mind, wow, once I follow up on this one is a done deal. And what happens? The following morning, you can't find the strength to pick up the phone and make a call to this person. I say, what's going on? I am supposed to call this guy and ask him, what do you like best? I'm supposed to ask him on a scale of 1 to 10 of getting you started right away. Where are you? Hypothetically, those questions, you already have prepared them in your mind. And you've woken up and the reality of life, the reality of who you are, the reality of what the business is, just came to you like a chain, a fog, clouding you that you don't know what to do. I want us to realize something today, and I need everyone to pay attention. There is a war going on. There is a war, and a lot of us are not even aware. That's the first thing. There is a war going on, and a lot of us who are aware are not even prepared. A lot of us who are aware come to this battlefield with only a knife, and it happens to be a gunfight. A lot of people who think this has to be a battle, that this is actually a battle, don't even come with anything to fight the battle. And the vast majority of us are not even aware that we are at war. Now, some of us will be wondering, what is GAM talking about? What is this war that we are at? Number one, we are at war with ourselves. Exactly. We are at war with ourselves. Do you know that if you give Dangote's child 100,000 naira, if you give Dangote's child 100,000 naira, there is a chance you will get thank you. Am I correct? But if you give a well-trained child from a poor background 100,000 naira, the jubilation the person will have will be far more than the jubilation that Dangote's child will have receiving the same amount of money. Why is that so? The Dangote's child is used to seeing 100,000. It's not really a big deal of money for him or her. Am I correct? But for that child whose parent has never touched 100,000, if the child sees 100,000, it'll be like, what is this? You know, I saw that story of someone who was presented with two notes. One note was 1,000 naira and the other note was $100. And they asked the guy to pick one. Guess what? He picked 1,000 naira. Why did he pick 1,000 naira? He doesn't know what the other thing is. The other thing that happened to be $100, he doesn't know what it is. So what he knows is what he picked. So many times we fight with ourselves within. Now the fight with ourselves is so powerful that it decides what we get. Unfortunately, that's the unfortunate truth. The fight with ourselves, the fight from what we are used to, the fight with waking up the time we should wake up, as against waking up the time we want to wake up. It's a fight. The time that we drop our phone and make a call, and the time we feel like making a call, it is a fight. The battle between going out to prospect when we should, as against going out to prospect when we feel like. It is a fight. The fight with getting used to the idea that we can take our money and buy the kind of car we want. And we have looked all around us and nobody drives that kind of car. The fight that our belief system doubts what we can achieve. Or worse still, our belief system is afraid of what we can achieve. That's more powerful. Imagine that you are the third child of your family. Imagine that you are the third child of your family, the third child of your family. The firstborn has graduated, has an MBA, and his monthly salary is 175,000. The second child before you is a practicing medical doctor, and his take-home salary is 200,000 naira. Remember, for him to become a medical doctor, he has done, is it 6 or 7 years in school, 1 year NYSC and 1 year housemanship. That's about 8 years in all. And his monthly salary is 200,000 naira. He's a medical doctor. And you, who happens to be seeing what the business can do, but the understanding that your dad, who retired after 25 years of working, his last biggest salary was 115,000. Your mom, 130,000. Your 2 siblings before you who have read great courses, none up to 300,000. And here you are with a business that has a potential of 280,000 in a day for one account. This war is not spoken. People don't see it. We don't even say it. But what happens is that within ourselves, there is this reluctance. That's why you see a lot of people. Has it ever happened to anyone here that you make 200,000 this month and the following month you make 40,000? Because a lot of people, wow, nobody around me has ever made 200. What? Hey, nobody around me has ever made 200,000. What happens? You drop to the 40,000 that people around you make. Hello? It is a war with yourself. That's a war. That's a battle. A lot of us are not prepared for this battle. The second war we fight is with people. Now, this fight with people often happens when we cannot draw motivation from within, when we need the approval of other people to decide who we are. I see some ladies that when you tell them, hey man, you're beautiful, they start blushing. I'm like, are you okay? You don't say it to them, but in my mind, are you really okay? As a lady, why should you blush when somebody tells you you're beautiful? You don't need somebody to tell you you're beautiful for you to know you are beautiful. You don't need someone to tell you you're handsome for you to acknowledge to yourself that, Ben, I'm handsome. Do you tell me if somebody's learning this? Hey, you're beautiful. Yeah, thanks, I know. Because it is you that defines whether you're beautiful or not. No, it's not. If you wait for, some people will buy a wristwatch, and the essence of buying the wristwatch is for people to tell them this watch is nice. That's nonsense. It means you need people's approval to consent whether what you have or do makes sense or not. It means you have to depend or keep depending on the opinion of someone else to approve of what you are. No. I want to take us to a new level of thinking. I wear a nice shoe. It's not for you to tell me my shoe is nice. Because I like the shoe. That is why I bought it in the first place. I bought it so that I can feel good. Dressing good is about me, not about people. I don't know if you get this. I was preparing for my presentation yesterday, and they were trying to clean up my car, clean up the foot mats. They were trying to clean up the foot mats. And I looked at my nails and I realized they're not long, but there are some edges that are not as I like them being. While they were cleaning up, I took my nail cutter and cleaned it up. It is not for the audience. No, it is for me, the way I like to have it look, the way I like it to look. It's about me. Most often, we seek the approval of people. We seek the consent of people. We are at the war, and because people know we need their approval, because people know this language is not spoken. This war I'm talking about is not physical war. It's a big war that happens subconsciously. Now, because we are at this war with people, because people don't, you see, our business is one of those businesses that the world does not approve of. That's why you see your father will still be advising you to get a job. I know this thing you are doing will help you become a millionaire, I know, but get a job. Get a job, get something, what do they, how do they say? Get something, there's a way they were telling me that, to get something that is assured, something that that is guaranteed. Get a job, even if it's a job of 50,000, just get a job. Get a job. They said get a job, because what we do is not approved by the world. No, it's not approved. Get something secure. It's not approved. If you are looking for a job and you tell people, hey, I'm looking for a job, they pity you. But when you tell people, I am building a business, they don't pity you. They see you as somebody senseless. They see you as somebody who doesn't know that he should get a job. So there is that war, and this war becomes so hard for people who seek the approval of others, who depend on the opinion of others to approve that whether what they are doing is right or wrong. Hi, if I dress up now and say I'm going for prospecting, my roommate will ask me, guy, this thing where they do self, you shame not they catch you to start for road. This thing where they say do self, shame no they catch you to stand for road. I beg. Eh? Shame no they catch you to do this one. If you go out again, if you say on Easter that you are going to a presentation, or on a Sunday after Easter, you're going for presentation, they tell you this thing where they wear your shoe up and down. Make them know, tell me again, you don't they go again. 21st century CEO, you don't they go again. You don't want people to tell you that. So there is a war, a tug. So for them not to tell you that makes you feel bad, what do? You don't do the activities. It is a war. It is a fight with what people think. Now there is another war. The third war is with nature. I am introverted. I don't know how talking to people is not my thing. Where I live, the people there, it's like I'm the king. People all over have heard of La Buena Vida. They're not doing the business. I'm about to go and prospect. I have decided I'll prospect and it starts raining. The sun is too hot in the north right now. The sun is too hot. Man, it can melt someone. You're about to climb a bike to get to where you will pick a taxi, and all of a sudden your skirt tears from the slit. These are not your making, right? This is a war. But I want to tell you something today. I want us to listen. I want everybody to pay attention. The first two wars with self and with people is actually a war with yourself. Whether you feel it's the people, it is you that is giving people the consent to judge you. Do you judge someone who is not in the law court? Do you judge someone who is not present at the judgment? You know, you don't judge such a person. It's because you're present. It's because you depend on their opinion that makes you feel they will think of me this way. What happens when you don't think that they will think of you that way? The second one, or the third one, which is the war with nature, is not happening to you because you are doing this business. Or it's not happening to you because of who you are. It's happening to you because you chose to do a business. You chose to follow the path that a lot of people are not willing to follow. You chose to follow a path that is most ridiculed. That is why it's happening to you. And I tell you, the third war is a necessary war. I want you to write it down. The war with nature is a necessary war. Why is the war, the battle you fight with nature, a necessary war? I want you to hear this. Before diamond will be formed, coal must be heat on fire. Before egg will be ready for you to eat it, you must heat it on fire. Oh. The war with nature, it is necessary. It is very necessary. The world cannot hand over to you the things you desire without testing that you can keep it when it is given to you. No. You have to be tested. The war of nature, the war with nature fortifies you. It is a necessary war that fortifies you. I don't know if I'm speaking to somebody today. When you are about to go out to prospect, you just came to your junction, and all of a sudden, the rainy season is here and the rain starts falling. It's not as if the rain falling is not bad enough. A car passes and splashes water on your trousers. Will you go back, change and hit the field again? Or will you go back and say, God did not want me to go and prospect today? The war with nature. You want to make calls. You want to make calls. And on picking up your phone to make call, what happens? MTN tells you that your number has been barred from making call because you have not submitted NIN. You have submitted NIN, oh. You've been making call, oh. All of a sudden they tell you that. The war with nature. I don't know how to speak to people, but I have to speak to people. So before I see someone coming like some yards away, and I want to talk to that person, I start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hey, your breath is nice. The war with nature is a necessary battle. You must fight the battle. The battle, number one, tests your readiness to receive the goodness of what you seek. Number two, it takes to be sure that when that thing is given to you, you will not waste it. A lot of us are not ready to fight with nature. A lot of us keep telling ourselves, it is not my thing. We are in this business, but we keep still telling ourselves, it is not my thing. We are not saying it to our upline, but we have accepted it that it is not my thing. I am not cut out for it. We've accepted it. It is not my thing to make sure that no week passes without me having two sign-offs. No. It's okay. I'm learning the business. A lot of us have accepted that to be our reality without knowing that nature is at war with us to help us define ourselves for the benefits we ask of it. The war with nature is a necessary battle. Are you dodging away from fighting your own limitations? Are you dodging away? Are you trying to circumvent? Look for a shortcut. Look for a way. And I want to tell you this. Listen to this. When you try to dodge the war with nature, it does not make you insane. It does not make you less of who you are. You are only a human being. You trying to look for the easier way out does not make you that person that cannot succeed. No, it does not make you that. It simply shows that you are a normal human being. Listen to this. Our human nature will look for the place of easy pain. We look for the part of no pain at all. We look for the part that does not trouble us so much. That's the normal nature. Nobody likes pain, okay? But unfortunately, that side that gives off of least resistance, the things we are looking for are not there. Unfortunately, they are not there. They are on the other side when we do what we are not used to doing. Let me give you an example. I have a particular place I like, a particular section I like staying in church. And when I learn some things, I try to practice them. So I made up my mind that I'm not going to sit on that section again. I'm going to sit somewhere. Let me do something different. Okay. I made up my mind that's what I'm going to do. Now, guess what happened? I was calculating this as I was about to enter the door of the church. I was saying, this is what I'm going to do. The next thing I realized was that I was already on the other section again. You don't understand. While approaching the door, I've already made up, no, I'm not going to sit here again. I want to, let me do something different. Something, right? Let me put my mind in a form of think differently. Before I knew it, I was still. I didn't even know when it happened. It happened unconscious. I'm like, how did I get here again? Using this scenario, I want to let you know that when you make those decisions, that I want to do this, and all of a sudden you see yourself doing that which you say you should not do again. I want you to understand, it doesn't make you crazy. It simply shows that you are a normal, functioning human being. But what makes the difference is this, that as you move to this other side, which is not what you have decided you do, you intentionally get up from there and move to the other side. I don't know how to speak to people. I fidget a lot. It scares me to see crowd. But no, guy, I'm afraid though. But you see, with this fear, in fact, you people should stop looking at me like that. I'm scared of staying in front of people. Yes, that is what it calls to be at war with nature and win nature. Because that is there to tune you to the right individual, the right custodian of the gifts that come with overcoming nature. I want us to do this. Tell yourself to borrow some sense. Tell yourself, I want you to write in the chat room, I'm going to borrow sense. I am going to borrow sense. I am going to borrow sense. I am going to borrow sense. For you to win the battle with yourself, for you to win the battle with people, and for you to win the battle with nature, you have to borrow sense. Let me explain. In the Bible, when King Herod, listen to this. In the Bible, when King Herod learned from the three wise men that a king is to be born in Nazareth. Why is he not in my kingdom? I'm the king now. Who is this king that is to be born somewhere else? What did Herod do? He said, go and find out where this king is and come and tell me, Abi, so that me too, I go honor him, Abi, pay my own homage, which we know was a lie, because when he waited for the wise men and they did come back as instructed by the angel, what happened? This guy ordered that all children from 2 years down should be slaughtered. Now the question is this: why did Herod order the mother of children all over his kingdom from 2 years down? Have you ever asked yourself, for those who know that Bible passage, why did Herod order that those children be killed, so that the baby Jesus, in the way that will be within that age gap, will be caught in the killing? That's why he will be killed. Now, why was he interested in killing that baby? It's not because he enjoyed killing children. No. It's not because he enjoyed killing children. No, 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 no. What will a child do to a king? No. There's nothing a child will do to a king. A child is a child who is king. No. Herod was afraid of the person the child will become. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Herod was afraid of the person the child will become. So he could not stand the thoughts. No, he could not fathom the thoughts that this child can possibly grow and become a rival to my kingdom. No, he could not. It felt Jesus Christ was the kingdom of the king, was coming for earthly kingship. Was talking, no, that he could not fathom that thought. Let me tell you something. Yourself, listen to this. Your person of today is fighting, is at war with you, drawing you back from who you want, who you will become, because it is afraid of that you will one day wake up to the person you are destined to be. Oh, somebody's not listening to me. The people around you are scared. The people around you are scared of the person. They're not scared of you now. What do you have now? They're not worried about who you are now. What do you get? What did I get? They are worried. They are scared about you one day waking up to the true personality that you have been destined to become. That's why they're afraid. Now, let me tell you this. One of the worst things that will happen to you and your friends is that you go and become a billionaire and they are still collecting salary of 100,000. Shame and disgrace. Shame and disgrace will not let them stand in your way anymore. So for you to remain at their level, this is an unspoken war. For you to remain at their level, they keep telling you things. I'm not saying you should not do it, though, but hold this thing you are holding very well. I'm not saying you should not go out to Prospecto, but remember it is raining. I'm not saying you should not use all your money to go and do an event, though, but remember when you finish, you won't have money to eat. They are indirectly, oh goodness, oh. People who are average will do everything possible to make you as average as them, to equal their averageness. Oh goodness. I want you to listen to this. I want you to understand this. The person who wins these wars is the person who has come to the awakening of acting, not on judgment anymore, but on instincts. We need to borrow sense. We need to borrow sense from animals. When you approach a dog, you approach a dog, and you are afraid, the dog senses fear. When the dog senses fear, what does it do? It attacks. You don't understand? When you approach a dog, try. When you approach a dog and the dog senses fear, it senses fear, it feels you are afraid, what happens? The dog does not run away. What does it do? It attacks. For the dog, the best form of defending myself is to what? Attack. We need to borrow sense from the dog. The dog does not act on judgment or bias. The dog is acting on what? Instinct. When you are faced with fear of rejection, when you're faced with fear of what people will think, when you are faced with worry about what nature will bring, rather than follow our instinct and attack, we recoil. Is somebody getting me this morning? When we are faced with the fear of being rejected, when we are faced with the worry that nobody showed up, we are concerned. Are you sure we can do this? When we are faced with the uncertainty of what this business will be in the next 1 year, rather than attack the activities, take it head on like a dog is resting, it's chilling. It's chilling, it's relaxed, and it senses fear. What does it do? It attacks. It attacks that very thing that it makes it afraid. It attacks that it senses that it's afraid. It attacks it. Now listen to this. People who are giving you all these negativities, people who are attacking you, the things within you that are attacking you because they are less than you. They are scared that the mighty you that you will become, that they can't stand it. So what do? They come at you. Now, what do? Majority of the time, we give up. We accept what they are saying as our reality. We give in what we are that they are correct. What they, let me hold Nkenjika, Nkemua Jikitaka, a bed at hand is bigger than 1,000 in the forest. We accept their reality and we start living their lifestyle. We accept what their opinions of ourselves and we start living their lifestyle rather than. You need to borrow sense today, because that thing that is attacking you, that war you are on, is fighting on you, is fighting you because you are bigger than it, but you don't know it yet. It's because you're bigger. It's because you're bigger, and they are scared of the bigger you. What do you need to do? Borrow sense. Borrow sense. When you feel downcast about prospecting, that is the moment you attack. You prospect more. You feel downcast about presenting. You presented yesterday, no sign up. You present more. That's the attack. You feel downcast that, man, 3 months have passed, 4 months have passed in 2022, and I don't even know what's going on. What do? You attack. You attack. That's what you do. You act on your instinct and leave the judgment, leave the bias. You have to borrow sense. When you borrow sense, when you leave all those judgment, all those rationalizations up and down, what will be, what will do, this will happen, and take it up and attack, what happens? They give way. Do you know why they give way? I want you to listen to this. The big you, the you driving your dream car, the you flying those private jets, the you living in your own dream house, the you that can handle your bills without thinking, the you that can give a good life to other people, that you is already in existence. All you need to do is what? Allow that you that is financially free, that you that has time freedom. All you have to do is what? Allow it to draw you every day to itself. How does it draw you? It cannot draw you when it cannot see you. No. It cannot draw you when you are sleeping. It draws you when you are attacking. It sees you are in the war front. It comes to help you. That's you that has all the money that you need for the things you, that you that has that dream car, that you that is going on those vacations is already there. It's already there. It's already in existence, and it's ever ready to drag you to the success you want. It's already there, but it can only drag you closer to itself, to your reality, to the realization of your dreams. It can only drag you there if you are in the battlefield, fighting and attacking towards your goals. That's the only way. So today, will you borrow sense and attack? Will you borrow sense and deal with your emotional problems? Will you borrow sense and deal with your psychological problems? Will you borrow sense and build your subconscious to become that individual that is ready for the benefits of this business? What I tell you today is this: you have all it takes to be that man or woman who decides on a shot, calls the shots, and takes the shots. Keep your sights on the prize. I don't care what it is you want to achieve from this business. I don't care how big it is. And I don't also care what your past experiences have been. If you will borrow sense and attack, and always keep your eyes on that new you, on that new you that is on vacation already, on that new you that is already driving your good car, I bet you will always be there. Burn the bridge behind you. Tell yourself, it's either I win or I win. It's either I sign up someone or I sign up someone. It's either I am in Dubai or I'm in Dubai. There is no second option. It's either I make the kind of money I want or I make the kind of money I want. There is no second part to it. That's you that knows how it feels when you achieve that success is already there. Is that part of your brain right now that is telling you you can do this? Is that part of your mind that is telling you right now, I am introverted, but I can do this business successfully, even with being introverted? Is that part of you that is telling you, even though my downlines are all falling aside, I can build a new team afresh and these ones will not fall aside? Listen to that voice. Hearken to that voice. Follow that voice and attack everything that comes upon you to stop you from becoming that person that you should be. And this brings me to the end of the Super Monday Cell meeting today. If you got value, if you are ready to borrow sense, if you are ready to attack and win those wars, it is right up to you. Let me tell you this. People present every day. People have prospects every day that they show the business. After the event we had yesterday, I told the teammates that were there that, did you notice that people don't leave my presentations anymore?